Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Spins by. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards there for number 15. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
In motion comes the tight end left. Rodgers again now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Next to score, Jets 7, Broncos 7.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. McPherson.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory. At the 42-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
In motion right, that's Burks.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall.
42 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Complete to Kyle Pitts. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league and sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily move into the top 5.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here we go on 4th down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
To throw is Nix.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Broncos first down.
Nix from the shotgun.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hall again.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space, and he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll run with Hall.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Broncos nothing.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix.
And that is incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
They'll go play action with Nix.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Now Rodgers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Paul ought to give up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Second down and 6 now.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nix to throw again. Short throw caught by Pitts. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Nix. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27.
In motion left goes Burks. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Up the middle they go. Lowry.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A good decision in the end to pull and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now it's Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Nix to the air. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. He will have the conversion and more than that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Amari Cooper, 38 yards.
And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to 24.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it. And just
This is intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now Hall to start the drive.
There he goes, right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Rodgers. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. Now he's loose at the 40. Javonte Williams. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Rodgers looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Rodgers throwing here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times, that cost them the victory.
So for the Jets,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.